to a different spot. It's a mess in here, so it is a mess. Everybody safe from those storms. I don't know about you guys, but that hurricane was supposed to go right over us, and it ended up veering east, which we're thankful for. But you know, I hate it for the people that are affected by it. You know, we actually have a close friend of ours that actually got, you know, they got hit pretty hard on the East Georgia. So there's some people out there, you know, helping them out. But so if you're on here and got some questions, hop on and let me know what you got. I'm trying to get these boots finished up by next week. I got 3 pair of boots I got to finish up. So a lot of the repairs have been put on the back burner, because we'll be in Texas next week for the Boot and Saddle Maker Roundup in Wichita Falls. Looking forward to that. So this is a pair that'll be there. Here, I'll show you one. Well, this one's already got the soles on it, but so what they look like so far. Probably one of my favorite boots that I've built so far. I don't know. I say that all the time. I say that about every pair I make, that it's my favorite one. But the more I make them, the more I like them, I guess. I don't know. You talking about the Vamps? You talking about this right here? This is bison or buffalo. The tops are just they're kid skin or goat skin for those that don't know, and then just regular leather soles. Which these boots will actually have. We're also going to do sole guards on these, so that's why I'm not too worried. And even if we weren't, I mean, the soles would be black anyway. So, and who's that? Charms. Trying to get this set up so you can see better. No, I do personally. I do. A lot of people, you know, they're like, oh, you know, we don't peg the back. I actually nail the back, because a lot of our boots are working boots, and a lot of times what happens is when guys go to take their boots off, or if you got to have spurs, you know, they'll just fly off. So I actually use nails back here to hold everything together. Some people don't want anything nails in their boots, but like I say, a lot of my stuff is for work. That one didn't go in. It's probably not the most exciting part, but figure I'd get on here and see how everybody was doing, making sure anybody, you know, everybody was okay after that weather. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the guys that are shipping stuff in. We actually just shipped out quite a few things the other day. Don't know how many packages we shipped out that was getting repaired, but it was a good bit. So I appreciate guys that, you know, send us stuff to repair. Keeping us busy. Thank you. I'll try to keep up with the comments as we go. I do appreciate the support. Go back to this side. Anything in particular you guys want to see, you guys want to talk about, let me know. I'm good for it. No, that didn't go in very well. If there's anything in particular you want to chat about, just drop it in the comments. Man. Let me know where you're watching from if you can hear me. I guess you could, because old Charms was asking questions, so I appreciate the question. I don't know who I was jumping on here, but tell you what, man, that hurricane tore some people up. Man, I feel so bad for them. I hate it for them. Breaks my heart. God almighty. If you're watching, let me know where you're watching from. Because we got 3 people watching, so let me know where you're watching from. It says we got 2 people now. That's cool. Probably not. Man, this side just does not want to get pegged, does it? Dadgum. Jesus. Come on now. This is the 3rd peg I put in this one hole. Alright, let's see what happened. Man. There we go. This is the tedious part about making boots, is pegging them. You could also, I guess you could also just nail them like I've done before. Because we went through like a drought for pegs. We couldn't get them anywhere. So I had to pull the last out of the boot and peg the boot, or not peg it, but nail the waist. What the happiness? My goodness. I think one of my suppliers got hit by the bad weather. I tried making a call so I can order some materials last week, or Friday. Was it Friday? And I couldn't get anybody on the phone, so I'm hoping they're okay. No damages. But they're in North Carolina, so, and I know North Carolina got hit pretty good. Honestly, they're just wood. Yeah, they're wood pegs. I don't know if they're really lemon wood pegs, but they're just pegs. They're wood pegs. Somebody was trying to debunk the whole lemon wood thing. When it comes to wood pegs, I think these are just wood pegs. To answer your question, yes, they're just pegs. somebody was saying, hey, Rob, to answer your question, somebody was saying, actually, Lisa Sorrell was the one talking about it. She said, or she was asking about it, and somebody had commented that, you know, the whole lemon wood peg thing came after as a marketing tactic for the company to sell more or something. I don't know. That's what it boils down to. But these are just, yes, they're lemon wood pegs. But the question is, do they really come from lemon trees? I don't know. That I don't know. Appreciate the question, though. But yeah, this is the process for pegging. You know, people do it differently. Some people do all the holes and then they come back and do it. I do it one by one because I've noticed in the past that if I pre-punch a bunch of holes down here, when I'm hammering them in, they just get tied and don't go in there. So I just do it one at a time. So one of the things I check for is making sure the gaps are sealed. This is what this pair is going to look like. My biggest thing with a lot of this stuff is making sure that everything sits nice. I personally don't like seeing gaps right there, which, I mean, obviously it's inevitable. On this particular boot, I put the pegs a little bit too far to the center here. So there's a little bit of a gap. I mean, you can't really tell. And it's not really going to affect anything, but so I may come back and do another row just on the edge there so that I will feel better, and I may come back and put some water on it just to make things a little bit better. I just don't like gaps. And a lot of times that might have fixed it. It's still there, so put some. And I may just come out here to the edge and just do a few. Oh God. Jesus. Can't pay to save my life today. Turn the camera on, I just can't do it. Oh no. Looks like the phone's going to die here soon, fellas. Ladies. Well, might be the end of this live. Everybody's probably, depending on where you're at, people are, you know, cleaning up storm debris and whatnot. We were very fortunate that we didn't get hit too hard with it, but, you know, at the same time, you know, we're sending thoughts and prayers to the people that were affected by the hurricane. People who lost a lot of their stuff, belongings, and loved ones. I think they said about 3 people died, or maybe more. It might have been like 5 or something like that. I don't know. But it's all just heartbreaking, honestly. Yeah, that's better. I put some extra wood pegs on the edge there, and that seemed to have fixed our gap issue there. So now we got to figure out where our heel is going to go. So what did I do with that pen? I'm just going to mark where the heel goes. Hey Rob, no, this is a pair of boots I'm building. Yeah, we built these from scratch. Pair of buffalo. I've got another pair up here. that's got the similar vamp, similar color schemes, but it's different. This is a different pattern. He just got the 1-row stitching on it. And this is more, he'll have more of a square toe. So hopefully, I'm hoping having these done by Monday. By Monday. So I don't know. That's the goal. That's the goal. So all right. So now I gotta figure out where the heel is. That detail. We don't really as custom boot makers, we don't really have like A toe, B toe, J toe, like the manufacturers do, or even square toe. If you go to a custom boot shop and you ask for a square toe, they're just going to look at you funny. A lot of them know what you're saying, but a custom boot maker, they just call them box toes. And when you order a box toe, you just say, hey, I want an 1.5-inch box toe, or I want a 2-inch box toe, or 1.25 inches. So this is considered basically an 1.5-inch box toe. But if you're looking at this boot on the shelf, it looks like what they call a 7 toe or a cutter toe. You see that? And so it just depends. And obviously this is just nowhere near finished, but we got to figure out where the heel's going to go. I like my heels to be a little bit further to the front. I hate it when you have a little heel here and a big old, because you have no support. So I appreciate the questions, Mr. Rob. So we're going to go right there is where the heel's going to be. So now we got to come here and we got to make sure it looks straight. Draw our line. All right, so that's where our heel is going to sit. That's going to be the front of it. So it'll be right about there, which is a good spot. You want it a little bit up in front of that. So I'm going to go grind this down real quick so we can start prepping this for really start stacking the heels on it. A lot of the, in repair, a lot of the stuff gets finished as we go, but with the boots, we just finish them. Yeah, we're trying to. I'm assuming you're local to Georgia, Mr. Rob. I've probably met you before. I'm not good with names. I'm good with faces. Are you in Warner Robins, or where are you located, Mr. Rob? Let me go grind this down real quick. San Diego. Okay, how's the weather out there? All right, so you see that I just grinded down the wood pegs and roughing up the back edge. I'm still going to put some nails back here. That's only because no matter how well you make a pair of boots, if somebody puts spurs on their boots and stuff like that, you know, they start pulling back, you know, the wood pegs eventually are going to give way. But if we use nails, clinching nails, they should hold better. I haven't had an issue with it yet, knock on wood. Joshua, yes sir. Yeah, I'm in Middle Georgia. Are you in Georgia? If you're in Georgia, what part of Georgia are you located? Okay. Yes, I'm in Central Georgia. If you live in Savannah, so you know we're making this. We live about I'd say about 30, 45 minutes west of Macon, kind of going towards Columbus, Georgia. So we live right in smack in the middle between Columbus and Warner Robins, Macon. Yeah, Savannah got hit pretty hard with that hurricane that came through. Don't know if you got any family still in Savannah, but they got hit pretty hard, from what I hear anyway. You know, Joshua, there was actually a shoemaker over in Savannah for a while. His name was, I think, Marcel. He left right before I started making boots, which was back in 2018, maybe 2019, or we were doing repairs and stuff like that. But I didn't know who it was at the time. But yeah, I think he was downtown Savannah. So that's basically it right there. We put a couple clinching nails. You probably can't see the tip of that, but it goes through. And these lasts have a metal plate where this goes through, and the tip of that clinches over. And a lot of, you know, boot makers, you know, they'll say that they don't have any nails in their boots. The reason I do this again is because a lot of my boots are for work. A lot of guys wear them, and they'll go taking their boots from the back. So if it was just all wood pegs, then it's worked for a lot of people. But if it doesn't, you have to pull them off. I've heard of people, their boots just fell off. Josh, yes sir. Yes sir. Yeah, we're a full repair shop as well. If you look on our YouTube channel, you can see some videos of where we've repaired quite a bit of boots. But this particular pair of boots is just a pair that I'm building. So this is buffalo, bison, and then just kid skin tops. So, but yes sir, yeah, we have a full repair shop. So if you have anything that needs work, don't hesitate to send it our way. We would love to earn your business, that's for sure. All right, so this is where we're at with this one. So now I got to go through and start grinding down some of these now we got to start doing heel bases. So we'll let that dry, and we'll continue on the next pair, or not the next pair, but the next boot. So, see, so now we got this far. So this boot, as you can see, doesn't have the sole on yet. And so on a boot that you would get off the shelf, it would just have a plain, you know, just a shank cover. This one, as you can see, is leather. We pegged it, we put cork. Sometimes we put leather. Everything is hand stitched up here. So we're getting ready to put the sole on this particular pair anyway. Nicks. Okay. Yeah, we've done quite a bit. We've done quite a few nicks, whites. So yeah, we do quite a few of those boots. So yeah, you can send them. I don't have a way to comment or reply back, but if you go to our profile, you can find our website, and you can just mail them to me, and then I'll mail them back. I think, what was it, a couple days ago? I think I mailed out about 10 boxes of stuff that was in for repair. But yeah, send them in. I'd be happy to help you out with that. So my phone's got 4%. So we may not be here too much longer. But you know what? Well, hang on. I may be able to get the extension cord on the phone. Hey Josh, yeah, just check it out. Let me know. Let me put some charge on this phone before. Yep. Oh, there we go. All right, we're back in business now. So one thing I did with this one that I should have done, that I didn't do, was go back and mark where the sole wouldn't touch. Back wax. You talking about oil tan leather? Is that what you're talking about, Joshua? If it's oil tan, they have, let me see if I can find that. We might have just ran out. Hang on. I can't find it, but it's like an oil tan rejuvenating cream. It smells really good. But if that's not what you're But if you want to just keep it safe, to be honest with you, we use Bic 4, B-I-C-K 4 by the gallons around here. So, but if that's not what you're looking for, let me know, and I'll try to see if I can get you what I'm talking about. You can find my info on the profile, and you can either shoot me find my number, shoot me a text message, or send me an email, and I'll get you the info. But it's good. I like the way it smells. So here I'm just trying to do the placement, because I'll have to fold the sole and whatnot. And this is just the boring part, you know. In the videos on YouTube, you know, everybody's got to make them look fancy, so you cut the seams, but nobody really shows the guts of everything. I wonder if I don't, If I say, if I had my neck thing, I'll let you guys, I'll bring you guys with me to show you. I'll show you everything, because it's not going to hurt my feelings. It's not going to hurt my business to show you these things. Some people charge thousands of dollars for this information, but it's all good. Got to get something for that. No problem, Josh. Like I said, if you go to the profile, get my number and send me a text message to remind me. Because right now we're just all over the place trying to get ready for Texas, so I might forget to get back to you. But shoot me a message or email me, and I'll get it to you. Get it all trimmed up in just a sec. I'm fixing to do here is I'm fixing to trim the sole. Man, I've been sleeping good. Hey, if you guys are liking this video, let me know, and I'll keep doing it. If not, then I'll stop it. There's no point in me wasting your time or my time. I was trying to find that thing so I could put you guys on my head or on my neck or something, so you could see what's going on. So here I made me a little bit of a little template of how wide I like the welt. And then once we get to that point, then we'll go trim it. Hey, Rob, no problem. I mean, I appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate you guys commenting and everything else. You know, it's a huge help, especially if you like the videos and subscribe and do all that stuff. It seems like YouTube promotes the videos more when people interact with them, so, which is good for us, you know, because it gets more eyeballs on our videos, and people find out who we are and what we do, and in the long term, it, you know, sends us customers. So we appreciate that. I'm not gonna lie, we appreciate it. All right, let me go trim these soles real quick, and then we'll go through the machine out there, and we'll come back and stitch it, and we'll go from there. Thank you, Rob. And Joshua. I guess since you guys are still watching here, I'll probably just excuse the messy shop. My shop is a disaster right now. It always is. But let's see. Oh. Thank you, Rob, for liking and subscribing. So now we've got the soles somewhat trimmed up. The key's going to be figuring out in all honesty, is how close they look to each other, because you want them to match. That looks pretty good. I'm probably gonna leave it like that, and then we'll stitch it, because once we stitch it, we'll come back and do another trim on it. So I'm probably gonna trim this side a little bit more. So we're fixing to stitch the soles. Just got to mark where my welt is, right there. And this is where it ends. And now we'll stitch the soles, and then we'll go back and start pegging. Let's see. Bring you guys back here. We'll see how this extension cord situation will work. Again, excuse the mess in the shop. I'll probably have to be here tomorrow anyway, trying to get all this finished up. Let's see what we can get. Oh, sorry. Trying to get this set up so you guys can see the process of the stitching. Sorry for the... This is what I get for trying to bring you guys on everything. Let's see. What's happening? I think it's... May not be perfect, but I don't know. Maybe that'll work. That'll work. Always check the thread, make sure we got plenty. And we do. Mind you, these machines that we use here in the shop, I mean, it may look like it's in the cabinet, but it's nowhere near new. I think this machine, if I remember right, it was made sometime in the 80s, maybe. And they work off of a clutch motor. So looks pretty good. Let's see if we can bring this back up a little bit. It says we got 5 people watching, so appreciate you guys jumping on board. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, put it down in the comments. Appreciate Rob and Joshua for subscribing to our little YouTube channel. So now these boots are finally starting to get some shape to them. We still have to go back and retrim the finish trimming the edges, but we need to get the soles pegged first and get all that done. But before we do that, we need to go ahead and get all close the stitching. I feel like we got 7 people watching now. 7 people. If you're just hopping on, let me know where you're hopping in from. We're working on these boots right here. Hey, Rob. Yeah, I will in just a second. I was just trying to get the camera all adjusted. I'm fixing to start Doing the same thing with this one. You see how this one we pegged it? So I'm fixing to start doing the same thing with this boot. So I just put the water on it, kind of make the sole a little more pliable. Beat it down with a hammer a little bit, kind of get things to fall into place. We want everything to be tight. Then we take our little marker thing. I think it's right here. And we make our line for where we want the pegging to go. And just so you know, I mean, everybody does it different. If you're watching this and you know somebody that makes boots, everybody's going to do it different. There's people that have a science behind, you know, I try to be just consistent with it, I guess. But let me get this machine real quick and let me, I'll come back and do this. Let me grind some of these heel bases off real quick. All right, so I went over there to prep some of these. So this is what we use for heel bases. We don't get a whole block and stick them on the bottom. We take one at a time. So we take one, we level it, grind it, then we take another one, and another one, and another one, until we get our desired height. We ran out of our regular contact cement. I went to go order some more. But the my suppliers didn't answer the phone. I'm thinking maybe they got caught up in that bad storm. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to run to Lowe's or Home Depot and get some of that Wellwood contact cement for now, which is basically this right here. I just use we started using a different brand called Top Fit. All right, so that's that. I'll let that dry. And we can start pegging. Let's see. And I honestly don't know how much longer we'll do this. I do have to run a town. So if you're liking this, let me know, and we'll get it. We'll do it again. Where can I put this thing? I feel like it's gonna fall. It's just repetitive stuff. Hey Rob, yeah, I'll do a video of them for you when they're done, and I'll upload it. Hey Rob, a lot of times it's the work that keeps me here. I'm usually here lately I've been here till about maybe 8:30 p.m. and back again the next morning. So we're blessed and fortunate to be able to have the work. But I also don't like to leave things halfway unfinished. I like to get to some sort of a stopping point. Take that. A lot of it's obviously going to depend on the design, but you're looking roughly about 30 hours per pair. 30 hours. And that's also considering that, everything goes according to plan. Because unfortunately, a lot of things don't go according to plan, like, this hurricane that we just had come through, and materials that, we don't have, which, I should have ordered more, but, it just depends. Now, if you're asking from the time you order to the time you get them, now that's a whole different answer right there. Now you're talking months. I think right now I'm telling people 6 to 8 months. And that's obviously, subject to change depending on what goes on. So if we have to balance repairs and boots, and that kind of pushes things out a little bit. So my brand is just my name, Manny's Boots. That's it, just Manny's Boots. That's my brand. Hey Josh, a lot of it just depends on the condition of them. I mean, we've repaired boots that are, I mean, the person thought they were gone, but be surprised what we've been able to do. Best thing to do is just send me an email or shoot me a text message with some pictures, and I'll be able to kind of tell you what we can do with them. Sometimes, in all honesty, what happens is sometimes you may have to put a little more money into the boots than what they're worth, but at the end of the day, you'll get a pretty good boot. You get a better boot back, because I've actually rebuilt quite a few of those Carolina boots. They turned out real nice actually. And I actually won my sales rep for Danner Boots. He used to be a sales rep for Carolinas. So, but he sells me Danners now. If you're going to send me those nicks that you got to get resold, just stick your Carolinas in there. And then when I look at them, I'll call you and we can go over some different options. And if they're not worth it, I'll let you know too. I'm not gonna lie to you. All right, Mr. Rob, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for your comments. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Have fun. Sounds good, Joshua. And like I said, I'll have on my profile, you can find my number. That phone number that's on there is a cell phone number, so just text me. If you can't get me on the phone, just shoot me a text message. See how our gaps are looking. Okay. A little bit so I don't. do one more row on the outside here, and we should be good. Half of these wood pegs end up in the daggum trash anyway. The hammer I usually use for this stuff broke. The handle broke on it, so I'm having to use this hammer. I used to use this one for it, but I don't know. I guess I got used to using the other one, and this one just done. Maybe I'm just holding it wrong. I don't know. There. Okay. All right. So now we got to finish trimming this up, and then figuring out where our heel line is on that one, match it on this one, and then we got to start stacking heels. But that's enough for today. That's enough for today. So we'll finish these out. These boots should be finished tomorrow. I'm gonna work tomorrow, get these finished. I got another pair I gotta finish up. Hopefully we can get them finished up Monday. See what happened here. I think we lost a little bit of signal. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you think. And yeah, we'll keep doing it. We'll keep doing it. And again, thanks for the support. Really appreciate it. The channel, really appreciate it. My family appreciates it. Thank you for the support, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks. Bye.